The July 27th, 2021 meeting of the Human Services Committee will now come to order. To my fellow legislators, welcome back to the Human Services Committee. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Colby. Here. Mrs. DeFlorio. Here. Ms. Hasman is excused. Mr. Hebert. Here. Ms. Lamar. Here. Mr. Lee. Here. Mr. Marinetti. Here. Chairwoman Smith.
Here.
Mr. Udelson.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the November 24th, 2020 and the February 22nd, 2021 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Referral 21-0263, Young Citizens of the Year and Willie W. Lightfoot Youth Advocate of the Year recommendations.
Legislator Hebert and moved it, and second was Legislator DeFlorio. All those in favor, please signify. Sorry, any discussion? Thank you. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 21-0272, amend Resolution 219 of 2015 as amended by Resolution.
Moved it by Legislator DeFlorio, seconded by Legislator Colby. Is there any discussion? Legislator DeFlorio.
Yes.
Through the chair, Scott Haller from Public Health. We directly fund visual lead inspections, and it's part of their certificate of occupancy program, where they require C of O inspections every 3 years in residential apartments, and we pay them or fund them to do visual lead inspections. Through the chair, that's correct. This is what we refer to as the CLIP grant, the LIP grant. There are two state grants. The LIP grant is the elevated blood level, where we deal with directly with poisoned children. Through the chair, we have a lead department at Public Health. We have a associate sanitarian, which is myself, a senior sanitarian, and then we have inspectors, and we run the program out of the health department. Through the chair, that is correct. We do our own childhood or CLIP inspections when we can, and then part of it is also funding the city to do their own. So we do a specific outreach to pregnant women, refugee population, and we do our own inspections as well. So through the chair, so with lead hazards, when there is a lead hazard, there's different forms of remediation that is acceptable for a fix. A lot of it is painting and scraping in the proper manner. So sometimes full remediation is not required. Full remediation is quite expensive and can be quite a burden to landlords and tenants. So we often accept other remediation methods, which is why it's important that the C of O inspections occur every 3 years to identify new hazards if they occur.
Legislator Hebert.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to the administration. Requirement is that?
Through the chair, this is the city lead law only in the city of Rochester. Monroe County does not have a city or a lead law. It's just for in the city of Rochester. Their code of, I forget the office, I'm sorry. Their building department runs their program. And it's just part of their normal certificate of occupancy, requiring a visual lead inspection. Through the chair, correct. Because of the nature of primary prevention, the effort was initiated through conversation with the city and the state about 11 years ago as a direct, one of the ways we use this funding to fund those city inspections.
Legislator Lee.
Through the chair, we typically see 300 to 400 or 500 elevated children every year. We typically do about 700 inspections for follow-up on those cases. Those are elevated blood level children. A different program from this. It's going to change, and it has changed in the last year and a half because New York State changed the elevated blood lead level in October 1st, 2019. So our numbers are increasing because our level went dramatically down. We expect this year to be around 600 to 700 children. Sure. Through the chair, typically the presence of lead hazards is in the paint inside structures. We do soil samples as part of the environmental investigation. If there is a lot of lead on the outside of the house, over the years, the rain does leach into the soil. If there is bare soil, we make them remediate soil either by covering or removing the soil. I would say in probably 15% of the houses where we site, we might have to have soil remediation.
Legislator Lamar.
Thank you. Through the chair.
Through the chair is countywide.
Legislator Colby.
Program with the city rental, is that with rental houses? They have to have a CO every 3 years?
Through the chair, that is correct. They have a couple different structures. Single-family residentials is every 3 years. There's other structures, multifamily units, I believe, is every 6 years. There's also ways if they do certain remediation or abatements, like replace windows, they can increase the time frame for their inspection. So a 3-year inspection might go to 6 years if they have done certain remediation techniques.
If it's a private owner and they're living in the house, they don't trigger the 3 years.
Through
It's
the-
only a certification to rent a house. Is
Yeah,
that
through the
correct?
chair, that's correct. Owner occupied does not apply.
And we do a county inspection in the suburbs. Back to us.
That's correct. Through the chair, if there is a child with a lead level greater than 5 anywhere in Monroe County, we're required to do an environmental investigation. Through the chair, that's correct. Before October 1st, 2019, it was 15. Monroe County traditionally went down to 10, and a year before the change, in anticipation of the workload, we went down to 8. We've always been a little proactive, and now it is 5 micrograms per deciliter. So it's quite a change.
Why it's just the way the state wants to do it. There's no reason why the state doesn't do the funding straight through to the city. Is there a reason for the county to be involved other than a pass-through?
Through the chair, regulating health, this CLIP grant is administered to 15 counties at the health department level. It has never gone to an entity outside of a health department-led program. So it is a pass-through from us to them, yes.
Yeah, we do use some funding if we see a kid get triggered. Investigators' salary.
Through the chair, that's correct. We also, any inspection, a lot of outreach effort as well. We also have some other contracts using these funding, such as RRP training for homeowners or landlords, and other outreach efforts.
Has a property and they want to over, is there a charge for, to have them come out and have you do a,
Through the chair, there is no fee. We do the inspections. The only consequences, if we find lead hazards in the home, we have to issue a notice of demand, do enforcement action, and follow through until it's fixed.
Legislator Udelson.
Through the chair, we do release annual lead statistics every summer. We hope to have that out next month. And part of the grant reporting is a final report annually that we could share. Through the chair, yes, the city of Rochester is operating a HUD grant right now for direct remediation. We at the health department have administered that grant, I believe, 4 times now. We try to alternate our efforts. So when the city has a grant, we take a back seat, and as the city winds down on their grant period, we apply for a grant and try to administer the grant. So there's always HUD funding in Monroe County, and that is up to $15,000 for direct lead remediation.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 21-0273, acceptance of a grant from the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services for the 2021-2022 Aid to Crime Laboratories Grant Program, Office of the Medical Examiner.
Madam Chairman?
Second?
Moved by Legislator Colby and seconded by Legislator Marinelli. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 21-0274,
Second?
By Legislator Marinelli, seconded by Legislator Hebert. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other items to come before this committee? There being no other matters, the July 27th, 2021 meeting of the Human Services Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Human Services Committee will be held on Tuesday, August 24th, 2021 at 5:30 p.m. Thank you.